What's going on, y'all? So listen. Empire, season 4, episode 8. Girl, I'm bored with it, but we're gonna get through with it. I'm gonna be quite honest with y'all. If y'all really want me to continue doing this next season, because I'm not gonna stop in the middle of the season, you know, y'all gotta let me know at the season finale or whatever. But I'm so leaning towards, just giving up on this show. Because it's just draining to watch on time when it's not really giving us nothing. But okay, so the episode starts off with Jamal, Cookie, and Lucian over there at Jamal's place with Thirsty, you know, and they're talking about all the charges that's being brought up against Jamal because it's like 15 goddamn charges being brought up against Jamal because he technically attacked Warren, all right, because he was in his feelings, which we felt was justified, but in the court of law, in the court of Diane Dubois, okay, shit, you can't do no stuff like that. And so they trying to get to Warren to see if he would just put out that day he attacked him first, and then that'll drop a few charges, but don't nobody know where Warren at right now. Um, Jamal, no, not Jamal, but Hakeem and Dre come over, and at one point, Cookie talking about going to make Hakeem, not Hakeem, but Jamal a sandwich or whatever. And then Jamal figures out what they was trying to do. They was trying to figure out and see if he had anything else in the house, some pills or whatever, if he was gonna backslide. And he was like, "No, that ain't what it is." Hakeem didn't even want to be there. So him and Dre leaves, but before that, Lucius and Cookie was telling them, y'all gotta be fucking on your toes because this ain't over. Diane Dubois then came after Hakeem, she then came after Jamal, and now she coming after you, Dre. She trying to get to us through our kids, all right? So if you ain't telling us anything, if you got something to tell us, you need to tell us now, all right? Because she's gonna prey on your weaknesses and she gonna prey on whatever got your heart at the moment. And we already know what got his heart right now, and that's Pamela Rose. And he knows a big ass secret from her. So he's not saying nothing. Of course, Lucius and Cookie don't believe it. At one point, Cookie was talking about how somebody killed for my babies and all this stuff. And she does a flashback to, when she was in prison, and then Cupcake, Pound Cake, whatever the fuck her name is, she's going into labor. And she's talking to her, trying to calm her down and all that stuff. We find out that it's the white prison guard's baby. I said, ugh. Because he just looked old and looked like the type that probably raped her. I mean, I know I wasn't the only one that got that feeling. And they hid it from him until it was too late, until she just couldn't because she was just going into labor having heart contractions. And, the girls came in and saw her with the baby. It was a baby girl. Her sister was going to take the baby. But at one point, she didn't even want to let the baby go. She had a little breakdown. She was saying, I'd do anything, for her. She'd be out in a couple of years and she'd kill anybody. So that touched her. That phrase stuck with Cookie, and that's what she repeated or whatever. When they was leaving out and Lucius, he was talking about some stuff. Cookie is kind of upset with Lucius, like, I don't need this Dwight sweet talking ass nigga. I need Lucius. And he was like, the Lucius that you're looking for is right here, but we gotta play this shit calmly and stuff. Divide and fucking conquer. You play with Jamal right now, and I'm gonna try to get to Dre because we know Dre is not telling us everything. All right. And so that's basically what they're about to do. I said, this about to be some fucked up shit. Mind you, Warren is laying up in a hotel room with Angelo. Angelo is just a bitter ass bitch, okay? I get it. Your whole empire got sunk, your dreams and aspirations, but you act like you can't start over and do it again. You're gonna put all the blame on this one girl. No, she wasn't 100% to blame for your failures and stuff. When your family started doing dirty to them, that's when they really started doing dirty to you. Yeah, Lucius was being a bitch, okay, because he couldn't let shit go, but y'all was being a bitch too, all right? And it is what it is. And he was just coming at. I said, damn, what is the history between the Angelo and Warren? Because Angelo be coming at him real hard. He was like, she ruined me and all this stuff. And he was like, I told you weren't ready because, to mess around with a lion. Trust me, I know. And all this shit. And they trying to keep him medicated so he won't get his ass up and say nothing. All right? Because they already know he can spill the beans because he in love with Jamal. So in order to get back at Dubois, okay, Cookie goes up there to Diana. We see her coming out the building with her little goons and security guards and all that shit. And she was ready to stick him on Cookie. Cookie was like, "Bitch, you ain't gotta do all that. What I'm just coming up here is giving you something that y'all wanted." Angelo said that this was a ring that was his grandmama ring, and I was supposed to send it back, but I guess time got away from me. So here, bitch, get it. She was about to give it to her. I said, "Girl, this is a little bit too much. What's going on?" She threw that bitch up into the street. I said I would have did the same damn thing in front of a fucking moving truck, bitch. Okay, threw this ring in the street. Had the 4 guards go out there trying to get it, scrambling to try to get it, and at the same time, we got Thirsty in the background taking pictures of everybody. I didn't know what he was taking pictures for. I was like, this ain't scandalous really to take the bar down. So, well, what is this? But later, we see Hakeem go to the studio. Hakeem being a little bitch. Tiana is up in there singing her Rihanna rendition of whatever, and it was cute enough. He come in there criticizing her, first of all, because he didn't know that she was gonna be in there with Shine and doing the studio time or whatever. And so he's still in his feelings over the fact that, Tiana cried on that stand. Let me tell you something, little bitch. You weren't gonna get that baby regardless, okay? Whether she cried or whatever, you weren't gonna get her regardless because they playing dirty. And for you to stand there and still be in your bitch ass feelings for that, gonna tell them you need to put some attitude on that shit. Bitch, at least she released a record or something. You ain't released shit yet in 3 fucking years that you've been on this goddamn thing in them studios, alright? She ain't released a full ass album yet. Do y'all realize that? I just noticed that. I said, this motherfucker forever in the studio but ain't really released the album yet. Okay, did he release an EP yet? No. But anyway, he released Drip Drop. He released a couple of singles, but not a full ass album yet. Anyway, fuck that. She was like, "You know what? I am sick and tired of your bullshit, you entitled, spoiled ass brat." She cussed his ass out. Sean was like, "You know what? She right, but let me take you on a trip somewhere so you can, get the real, okay?" Next thing you know, we see Thirsty got the pictures and he's showing Lucius, and it's the pictures of the bodyguards. So they identify who the bodyguards are, and now there was like, usually it's a 5th bodyguard, but he's not there. It was like MIA. So that means he must be over there with Warren. And I was like, yeah, because Angelo was up in the hotel room with Warren, and he said that his mom told him to keep an eye on him, to keep watching him or whatever. But Warren said, "Dude finna watch you because he about to go." I said, "Oh, so that bodyguard is up in there." And later we see you know Dre going over there to talk to Pamela, accusing her and asking her, "Are you working with the Dubois? Did they set you up? Did they have you come in to play with me and all this shit? And they did all this stuff to my family. They trying to take us down, and you coming up in here." And she was real ass offended, and I would have been too if I ain't had nothing to do with it. But she did say some real shit. She could still be acting, but we don't know yet. But she was like, "I told you something so fucking incriminating about myself. Why the fuck would I do that if I was trying to play your ass? When all you have to do is take that shit to the cops and get me locked the fuck up." He was going off. She went off real calm with him. He was making a scene because Andre crazy as fuck. And I ain't even trying to be offensive, but y'all know he just, even if he didn't have bipolar, he has anger issues. And he snapped off and everybody looking at her, looking at him. And then he trying to apologize and yank her. He was like, "Don't fucking touch me." He was like, "Damn." I said, "You know what? You breaking shit." He was like, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry." I said, "So you just gonna keep on? You just gonna keep on?" Thirsty is looking over this whole shit and was like, "Listen, yo, Lush, yeah, some shit going down with Andre, so we need to get to the bottom of it." I said, "Boy, now y'all know the doctor is in on it. His little therapist, he giving him, y'all seen last week's episode, he kept on taking them drugs and stuff, them prescription drugs. Bitch, take them away. The motherfuckers spiked, okay?" Lucius over there trying to have a sit down with Andre. He come there, he trying to figure out what's going on. Andre finally tells him what happened and who Pamela Rose is and how he feels, and how, he never thought that he can feel the way that he feel about her, since Rhonda left. I said, "Damn, so little girl from last season wasn't shit." Okay, that was just a little filler. I said, yeah, because he was using that bitch. But you see she ain't here. Where did y'all just exit her ass off the show, huh? Y'all just, everybody's dispensable and replaceable on this shit. So what wound up happening is he, was about to have a little breakdown, then he leaves, and they trying to figure out what they're gonna do about this. They're gonna look up who Pamela Rose really is, and see if she's on the up and up. We see Jamal going through his little emotional, feelings and stuff, cause he hurt. It's understandable. That nigga broke your goddamn heart. He played you, but he really loved you. It probably was against his will, but then again, ain't nobody put a gun to his head, so I don't have no excuse. Okay, he listening to the songs that they made, listening to the recordings that they made, Warren up there trying to be sexy talking, and Jamal like, bitch, no, it's not working. You sound disgusting. Stop it. So Jamal go get some wine that he ain't opened up yet. I said some liquors he ain't opened up yet. I said, okay, wait a minute. I thought you was an addict. Are you supposed to be drinking liquor? Because sometimes when you go in for like drugs or whatever, some of the best part is to stay away from all type of stuff like drugs and alcohol, no matter what your vice was, because you can substitute one addiction for the next addiction. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, do you really think this is a good idea? Next thing you know, he opened up another cabinet. Mind you, Cookie was going through his stuff and didn't see this shit, bitch. This motherfucker had in the damn drawer used almost gone towel rack, paper towel rack, and inside the little tube was a bottle of pills. So he thinking about the stuff. He, listening to the recording again, and he threw the pills away. I said, bitch, don't just throw them across the room because they still in here, all right? Take them hoes, open them up, and throw them in a sink, or flush them down the sink. Or better yet, if you feel like you're gonna be tempted if you open them up, take them bitches outside and, let somebody else, crush them bitches up in the street or some shit like that. Throw them things out there, whatever. Take your name off of that and just throw them things out there. Okay? But, good thing he didn't go ahead and eat them drugs yet. So we see Hakeem with Shine. He's taken him to a whole nother part of New York, and this is where he lives at. There's a whole bunch of kids in the front yard. There's two ladies on the porch. I said, this your sisters? This your sisters and a baby mom? No, bitch, them both his baby moms. He said, these my kids, and my two of my baby moms, and the other one, she out there in California trying to visit her pops. I said, they would put this stereotype out here about niggas having multiple baby mamas, especially up in the music industry. Fetty fucking Wap and all of them asses. But the only difference is he being grown man with this shit, and he's trying to show Hakeem, yes, I understand you like Tiana, and I understand you got a proclivity for certain type of women, but see, this is the difference between minds. We all get along. Ain't no drama up in this bitch, and don't none of them, I don't fuck where I eat at. I don't fuck where I work at either, okay? None of the women that he been with are in the industry or any other type of business that he's been involved in. I said, that is the smartest shit you niggas just don't understand. Y'all want these video hoes and, these models and shit like that. That's why y'all be having so much issues. But, he, had to school a little young buck. Okay? It was like, people, I didn't even know you had kids. He was like, because I don't put my business out there in the street like that. That's why. Next thing you know, we see Cookie. Cookie is downtown or whatever, by the hotel where Warren is at, and we figure this out because we see the other security guard. He's coming outside. She opens up her purse, get her phone out. Okay, the pictures line up. Inside the purse is a gun. So next thing you know, she goes upstairs and she coming up into the room with Warren at. Warren is scared as fuck. That makeup, Jamal really beat the shit out that big ass nigga. And love hurts, bitch. And Warren is feeling it. Physically and for real. So Cookie up in the room with Warren with that gun on him and was like, bitch, you gonna fucking get your ass up and go to the police station and say that Jamal didn't do shit to you. You did it first. And he was like, you got it. She was like, wait a minute, bitch. It got her so out guard. It was like, wait a minute. So you just gonna do it like that? No protest or nothing? He was like, no, look, Jamal was the love of my life, okay? And Dubois, they made me do this shit, alright? And the least I can do is help clear his goddamn name. She was like, okay, bitch, you up here trying to make me feel sorry for you, and that's not really what I came up in here for. But you gonna tell me everything that's going on between you, this whole Dubois shit. And it was like, okay, let me tell you. So next thing you know, we see Cookie up in the office with Lucius talking to Andre, telling him and Lucius that, bitch, it's about your therapist. It's not about Pamela. It's the therapist. He was out here, Dubois got something on him. Diane got something on him. So he was out here fucking with your meds. So we gonna have to get your meds recalibrated. Now at this moment, Andre is, relieved. Cookie goes back and have a little, flashback to when she was in jail again with Pound Cake, and she was looking for Pound Cake, and she was like, "Where she at?" It was like, "You ain't heard? She got put in the hole." It was like, "What happened to the baby?" They was like, "We don't know." And so the guard, he come past and she was like, "What the fuck you do to Pound Cake? You know that was your baby." He was like, "Bitch, you don't talk to me like I'm some regular ass Joe up in this bitch, okay?" First of fucking all, and then hit her ass and put her in another cell too. We see Pound Cake laying in the bed. She was like, "What happened?" They was like, he took the baby, forced her to sign her rights over, and put that baby up in foster fucking care. So Cookie like, we ain't gonna let this nigga get away with this shit. Man, I don't know. I ain't even finished with the whole episode. Y'all know I'm doing it on commercial breaks and shit. But my whole thing, I've been wondering ever since we found out Pound Cake got pregnant, and since she trying to hide the shit, and she already know who the daddy is, did she consensually? Because guards be fucking prisoners all the time, and sometimes it be consensual sex, like they have a full on relationship. Was it willingly fucking him, or did he rape her? Like I'm trying to figure this shit out, cause he look like he can do either or. He's a dirty ass nigga. But anyway, she was thinking about that. I guess this is her way of talking about how she about to get revenge on this bitch. Which okay, they had it coming. You had Hakeem going over there to Anika place because Shine did say, "Don't ever let nobody come between you and your kids." Okay, not no baby mama, no course, no nothing. So he was like, "Let me man the fuck up and go over there and talk this shit out with Anika." I said, first of all, you doing it a little bit too wrong because you late at night and you loud and let's make this right. I said, girl, whatever. The nanny come down there and said, Anika ain't here and Bella ain't here. They out with Angelo, her boyfriend. I said, you's a dirty bitch. This bitch love everybody else's leftover. Anika can't have an original dick to save her goddamn life. Okay? You know, um Hakeem go over there to Jamal place. Jamal is still over there in a slumber, grief stricken, drunk as fuck probably, and he's still playing this song over and over again. You don't fuck with the nigga, but you can't stop playing this song. So Hakeem is like, fuck this shit. We got niggas up in here, got you over here drinking yourself to death, me doing crazy shit. Take this motherfucker off this song. We're gonna delete, delete, delete. And next thing you know, they do another version of the song. They both drunk and fucked up. But my whole thing is, why the Lee Dangies always put up in this shit? Y'all are in his fucking living room. Just like that episode when Hakeem was in the studio and he was recording that song and he was so fucking extra flipping off the couch and taking his shirt off and doing. I was like, God damn, can you just stand there for a second? This ain't the music video, bitch. Like, who you trying to impress? Like, goddamn, calm the fuck down, nigga. Bitch, um, the ball gotta go down, okay? Now I wasn't really here for the bullshit that was going on. Like I was like, this shit's boring or whatever. But she got good at the last 10 minutes of the goddamn show, girl. I'm sitting here like, damn, Andre. I'm like, am I about to tear up? This is hurting my soul right now. First of fucking all, who wrote this shit? Second of all, damn. Okay, Andre. He meets up with Pamela. She comes over with a gun and was like, this the gun that I killed Marlo Jones with or whatever, and you betray my trust and you talking about some people that I don't even fucking know and all this shit. I have to live around with this guilt about killing and committing murder and stuff like that. And he was like, I do too. She was like, you don't know how that feels. He said, I do. First of all, he said, Pamela, shut up. Let me tell y'all something. When you in the heat of an argument and somebody use that forceful voice, you have to remember that y'all arguing. Sometimes that shit is a turn the fuck on, okay? That, let me stop. I'm not gonna go there. Y'all already know. But anyway, I was just sitting here like, now, should she be mad at him? Or is they about to fuck? Because you just never know which way that can go. But anyway, and he was like, I do know. It was like, she was like, tell me what happened, baby. And right when he was about to, we get a scene over there at the Lions residence. Thirsty coming over there talking about some It's some problem in Denmark, bitch. I done looked in the NYPD Blue. Ain't no officer named no Pamela Rose ever been no NYPD officer. So I don't know who the fuck this is. Maybe, and at this point I was like, damn, she really was acting. She really is with the Dubois. And I said, Andre is finna get over here and start spilling his guts. And sure enough, he started talking about how he was the one who planted the car bomb. He was about to have Lucius killed and all this shit. And this bitch, this is where she fucked up. This is what I'm thinking. This where she fucked up at. When she started laughing and was like, I got you. I got you. You stupid criminal. I'm not NYPD. I'm Vegas Metro and all this shit. And I knew about the bomb. I knew about Franco. I knew about everything. You an idiot criminal and all this stuff. Now Andre lying. And then gonna point the gun. I said, why would you give up your tail so quick like that? That part just threw me off. So I'm like, something ain't right here. And of course, Andre's like, bitch, you ain't finna take me in. I'm finna kill your ass. And that's exactly what the fuck he did. I'm sitting here like, God damn. I was like, it's what she deserved, though. It's what she deserved. But at this moment, you know, Lucius and Thirsty and them, Lucius and Cookie go over there to Andre house. And I'm not sure, you know, they tried to call him. He hung up the phone. And she gets over there. That's why they was over there. Because I was about to say, is this all part of a hallucination or whatever? Who called who? No, because they was trying to check on him and see if this person really was real. And kind of found out she really wasn't a real person. He was like, I killed her. I killed her, mom. I killed her. He was just going off. And it's all because of Diane Dubois and that fucking therapist fucking with the meds, okay? Meds that had him fucked up and hallucinating this whole damn time about a bitch that was never there. I said, ain't this some shit? And that motherfucker was just on that floor. I said, when they had him acting out everything, I was like, you know, at one point, I said, who the fuck wrote this shit? Okay, especially when he was sitting there, you know, fake choking her out, choking the air and everything in the apartment. Now, I can believe the sitting at the table talking to yourself because I work downtown and I see a lot of that shit all the time. But that choking out girl, I was sitting here like, okay, you know. And at this point, if it wasn't war, it's war the fuck now. That was Empire. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. And I will see you guys later today for Black Ink Crew Chicago finale, and then Black Ink Crew, the original season 6 premiere. Peace.